Die! Hello and welcome to my 10th C programming tutorial, and what we're going to do today is functions. Okay. What it's called? Function returning the max within two numbers, dividing parameters. Okay. Hello and welcome to my 10th C programming tutorial, and what we are going to do today is sending in and passing different variables in the parentheses. Now, basically, I'm gonna make a function. Instead of add 1 plus 1, I'll just do add. Now, basically, remember how I said when you call the function, we can do add, right? Now, there are parentheses, and I told you do not mind them. Now I'm gonna tell you what they are and what you should do. So basically, I'm gonna give you some integers. It goes int x and int y. Now we can do add. Okay, add, a function called add. Now, what if we want to pass in these two numbers? What if we want to give add our numbers, right? Because we don't want just a useless program of 1 plus 1. We actually want to make it into a functional function. Alright, we want to pass in a few numbers so then we can get something out of it. We want to give the numbers we have. Now this could be, if you learned functions in math, it's exactly the same thing. We go pass it in and then we manipulate the things inside. Now, all we do now is, how do we do this? Well, it is as simple as just typing x and comma y. That's gonna give me probably no, it's not gonna give me error. You also have to put these inside here. They do not have to be the same name. This is because here, wait, number 2. Here it is basically telling us, oh, I want 2 numbers. Alright, and when you do it, you said, okay, I'll give you 2 numbers then, and then it gives them 2 numbers. Now what we can do now is actually num1. Okay, we can do okay, we can do that, and int number. Now we can do this. Number equals num1 plus num2. Alright. Now what is happening here? We declare these variables, then we pass them inside into them. So basically what is happening is we call the function, we give them x and y, and when we give it, they name it num1 and num2. After that, in the function, we manipulate it and add them together and return it. Now, this may seem confusing, but I will show you it by doing printf adding 2 numbers. Okay, no. 5 plus 10 equals, and then we do that, %d, new line, comma, then brackets. Alrighty-o. Now let's start the run in the program, and it says 5 plus 10 equals 15. Now, what is happening here? This is actually a very simple program we did a few tutorials ago of the adding 2 numbers. But here we are actually using a function. Now, what a function, okay, we can do like printf 5 plus 10 equals %d / n add x, y. Now what this is doing is, okay, we call x, y, and we pass in x and y. And when we pass it in, we can use it. We're going to actually use it. And what here is it basically means, okay, I am asking for num1 and num2. I am asking for 2 numbers. And you actually have to type that, actually. I did it wrong. So, what you gotta do is basically it calls it, passes it in, manipulates it, and returns it back. So, yeah. That's basically my tutorial on functions and parameters and passing in things. And this is probably my last tutorial on functions. And you may wonder, why the hell do I need to use a function? Now, when you go into more advanced programming, things will be a lot more complicated, and you might find yourself needing to repeat these things a lot of times to add two numbers. So basically, you create a function that does that for you, and it looks a lot more simple and a lot more cleaner than just doing all this hard coding. And yeah, basically that's it, and I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.